Okay, should we get going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Hello, one and all. My name's John Clare. This is,
Roman Trish.
and this is the Post-Watch Post-Mortem. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're just after watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, on Disney Plus because we're too tired to go see it at the cinema when it came out.
Yeah. I regret that now. I regret not having one to see
Do
it.
you know what? I agree.
I regret.
Because I fucking love this movie.
And a lot of people, if I say something, a lot of people that I know didn't want to see in cinema because they kind of there is kind of a like superhero movie now is just like it's all like we've seen it before, we see what's going, and there's a bit of a how can I explain that?
Well, the term that you hear bandied about is superhero fatigue, but I don't really believe in superhero fatigue because it's like saying, oh yeah, Western fatigue, romance fatigue. Why have we
action movie fatigue?
Why is there a bowl of empty pistachio shots?
It must have been for this one here. They won't see it. It's not in the shot.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not in the shot.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know what's in the shot. You set these things up. So, all right.
Do you want to start again the intro?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We'll just carry on.
We'll carry on.
We'll carry on. We'll soldier through. Through. Right. I absolutely bloody adore this film.
Me too.
Do you know what I mean? Having just watched it, because yeah, you're right. I regret watching it now. I regret now not watching it in the cinema. It's I mean, it's one of the few films I've watched in recent years that has not just made me well up, but actually come dangerously close to bawling my eyes out crying. You know what I mean? Genuine, like you get you get intention. I get the feeling James Gunn absolutely intended that, and he absolutely fucking succeeded with me, at least anyway.
With a lot of people with me too as well, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Like even the intro, the thing you start with this hand going through there. We come back. There's always call back to the thing, and I think the only thing I come up if I have to describe. I don't like to say rating, but I have to describe things with one word. What the one word that the Guardian has is respect. Respect for the audience, because it's a profound, deep story with light moment at some time, but the light moment doesn't kill the seriousness of the movie.
It's not like, oh yeah, we must insert a Marvel humor joke now.
Because, for example, like all the giggle that you have, for example, it was small giggle. Like it was like, and it didn't take away for the moment. For example, that moment. Sorry, I'm spoiling the end. So please,
it's on Disney Plus. Go and fucking watch it, and then come back and
watch
see
it. Oh, if you haven't watched it, the scene when Warlock just go do like the touch of the finger thing. Like the movie, the scene was from the beginning. The scene was extremely sad.
Yeah.
But the scene didn't take away the sadness of this moment.
Well, yeah, because like everyone thought, Peter Quill was gonna
die. I looked at the giggle that you had, and I had too, and it was short. It was short and sweet. It was not there to last too long. It didn't take away the sacrifice of Peter Quill.
Yeah.
It was just a little giggle of a time. Like it was just like, it was respect. It was respect humor,
Yeah.
It didn't take away. It was like it looked silly for a second, but like it didn't take away the scene. Like
yeah,
a lot of moments like that as well with Rax and everything. Sometimes it's very nice and funny, and in the middle of a scene that could be sad, but it doesn't take away the sadness of it. Or it's. I think there is respect. That's what I like about this movie. There is respect for the audience. Doesn't take them like morons.
Yeah.
And there is respect of a story and some character. So basically, it's not a life to just go fighting forever or stuff like that. Sometimes you just want to create something instead of destroying and running and stuff like that. Some people have enough, It's just like they all grew up like. And also, I like one thing I like about the movie, and maybe we can talk about it later. Is every character is being looked for. It's been character have a little arc, and every character has
some more than others, but
some more than others, of course. Like the one that's actually the one that's the least spotlight in the show is the Wandu guy, even though he has the Wandu Kragling, even though he has a very sweet moment at the end.
Yeah.
The dog as well. They're sharing Cosmo. They're sharing both the same kind of line, the storyline. They both share the same storyline. And Peter Quill, he doesn't have that much of a storyline going through him. Like, it's him to save Rocket. It's like
Well, no, I think to be honest with you, I think what
it seems trying to reconnect with
Yeah.
Gamora and try, but like it's not the main part of the story. The part of the story is Rocket.
no, wait a second. I think like Peter Quill is the main protagonist of the it's not Star Wars,
The Guardian
Guardians
of
of
the
the Galaxy, right? That's what he's the main audience through line. But yeah, you're right to say the Rocket is these. It's fine. You're right to say that Rocket is I'd say he's the emotional through line.
Yeah.
Like because, like I said, most of the times when I welled up involved Rocket,
Yeah, me too.
and he's
Like,
like a little
and
misfit friends and that.
There was Lila, Teeth, and Floor.
Yeah,
Extremely sweet moment.
Yeah.
Extremely great motion capture, great acting to
Amazing
like animation, perfect. Like
fucking outstanding. See, the thing is, like, I mean, I know I go on about this all the fucking time, but I think what this shows me is this, like, because the budget is 250 million, right? But you know something, right? When you have someone who actually, it seems like James Gunn knew exactly what he wanted, like, and the team around him knew exactly what they were going for, and it feels like that, like for instance, that those little scenes would not have been cheap to produce.
No, none of
Do you
them
know what I mean? So, but the thing is, it still has so much heart and
Care.
like emotional heft and care
And respect.
put into it. Yeah, and respect. Like all that's been put into it, and I just feel that it pays off. Them like to say the money's on the screen is an understatement. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is what Marvel is capable of doing when it's firing on all cylinders. It just hasn't been doing that lately, and I think it's such a crying shame. Do you know what I mean? I mean, not to take away from this movie, I think also it highlights that James Gunn, like him or not, like I appreciate he's not for everybody. And to be honest with you, I'm not really aware of his movies outside. I mean, I watched Peacemaker, haven't seen The Suicide Squad, haven't seen a lot of his earlier movies. I've only ever seen of his movies. Admittedly, I've only ever seen the Guardians trilogy. But the fact is, like, he's a very clear, like, from at least as far as what I've seen with the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, he's a filmmaker with a very clear idea about what he wants and the stories he wants to tell. About how, like, you don't make your you don't just have your born family, but you have your chosen family and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, so when you do have someone with that kind of, I mean, his humour may not be for everyone, but I think he does have emotional intelligence.
It does.
Like a lot of emotional intelligence, and I think that really shows through in his scripts. I think it really shows through in the characters and how they kind of relate to each other. So, yeah, I can't. I mean, I think what it's gonna like DC. What happens with this DC universe things that James Gunn is taking over? Like we'll see what happens there, but I'm hopefully. I mean, Touchwood, he'll do well. Touchwood. He does well, and there'll be a lot of people who are happy with his movies over there.
Great stories that inspire people.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. What it is, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 makes you realise just what Marvel are losing.
Yeah, it's the end. It's a movie that tells you the end.
Yeah,
it's the end of this.
It's
the end of the Guardian of the Guardian of the Galaxy as we know it.
Yeah, as we know it. Yeah, as in this team that Star-Lord and Gamora and all them lot, and Nebula. But
and Rocket and
well, Rocket and Groot are carrying it on, along with a few other newbies. Adam Warlock,
great character. Like it's a bit of the funny. It's a funny like it's not funny because
it's a bit underbaked though. I'd say if there's one thing I was going to pick a hole in, I think is
this character. This character line.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit underbaked. I think it's just like it's kind of goofy, and I like what's his name? Something Poulter.
They're a bit yeah, you're right, underbaked a little bit.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a little bit I'm trying to find it here.
His story arc is a bit all over the place.
Yeah. Well, it's not even all over the place. It's Will Poulter. That's his name. I mean, no discrepancy. Will Poulter, I think his performance was absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. No. I've seen him in a few bits and pieces. I really loved him in Bandersnatch.
Yeah.
The Black Mirror episode on Netflix. Yeah. He was class in that. I actually thought he was American. I didn't realise he was British.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's British.
He's a very young actor. He's not very young.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I thought he was brilliant in that. So like, but I just feel he was a bit underserved, and I think his character was a bit underbaked. I think the arc was a bit underbaked.
His story arc is extremely underbaked.
Yeah, because there's a lot going on with this film.
He's just the bad guy that become the good guy.
Yeah. But it's like you don't really see a lot of with his character because there is so much going on. There's like the whole dynamic between Star-Lord and Gamora. Everyone rushing to save Rocket. Everyone like this kind of weird dynamic between Nebula and Peter again, and Nebula and her sister, and all that kind of thing. It's just there's all kinds of like. How should we put it? There's a lot going on with this film. There's a reason why it's as long as it is. I mean, what's the runtime?
2 hours and half an hour, 2.5.
I'd say that about 2.5 hours. It's a long bloody film. Do you know what I mean? So like, but luckily luckily though, it wasn't like one of those where you felt. You didn't feel it. You didn't feel the 2.5 hours.
No, you felt there was. I really felt it was extremely generous. That's what he felt like. That generous. Like this great scene in the heist scene. Like this heist scene.
Yeah.
I'll sorry. Like also, suffering is. There's a lot about the movie is a lot about suffering.
Yeah.
And how it shows suffering on screen. For example, how people suffer physically, psychically, and emotionally.
Yeah.
You can see the suffering from the character of Warlock, mentally struggling because he's a child that basically
in an adult's body,
and you have to kill people and stuff like that, and he doesn't like really want to do that.
Yeah,
you can see through the other cast, all the side character. For example, when somebody got shot in the leg, I never saw that shot in the leg so realistic into a Marvel movie. Yeah. Even though it's a fucking like.
Oh, there's an F-bomb.
Oh, there's many F-bomb.
No, there isn't.
One F-bomb.
There's one F-bomb. There's an F-bomb in the most stupid scene in the world.
Yeah.
So just open the fucking door.
It was improv. I have a bit of knowledge about that scene. It was improv by. They were doing that scene for like many takes.
Yeah.
And at some point, just had enough. Just open the fucking door. It's like we're living in. That's it.
Well, that's the thing. It's just
but
like
there is shit. There is fuck. There is like
douchebag.
Douchebag. No, they never say fucked, but they say shit. Like Gamora say or
they say shit quite a lot and
all
that kind of stuff. That's usually like the worst possible swear word. But yeah, I think that was the first F-bomb ever in a
Marvel movie.
In a Marvel movie.
Open the fucking door.
Yeah, I know, the most innocuous way.
Just open the fucking door.
Because it would be like usually it's anticipated to be some kind of like,
and it's not
you fucking
no. It's not mean. It's just punctuation like you do often. It was a punctuation, like
Well, yeah, I'm swearing to emphasize a point, show frustration. It's not like I'm, like for instance, open the fucking door, just open the fucking door.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, I thought that scene was funny.
Yeah.
I thought
most of the scene are funny. Every time Drax do something, it's funny, but it doesn't take. As I say, nothing takes away from the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were times. In fairness, wait a minute. Going back now, I mean, there were times when it was like, I'd say at the beginning of the movie, I'd say in the first like half hour, 45 minutes, because I love the opening scene. The opening scene where they play radio, like the acoustic of Radiohead "Creep,"
Creep, yeah,
and like Rocket just walking around nowhere in that,
which is basically a call back to the end shot. Yeah, of them in the city, like
oh yeah.
It's just like we start with this city and we end with this city, basically,
So, but anyway, it's just the first 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes. It felt like a little bit video gamey when it was like, oh yeah, to save Rocket, we need to go and get this thing. Oh no, so they go over to get that.
The thing, but like basically, this scene was an introduction to Gamora. It was there to introduce Gamora and how she changed because. Quill has this way to do it, to charm the girl, to have the information and stuff like that. And Gamora just go like shooting some people in the leg and stuff like that,
Yeah, she's a bit of a douche.
Yeah, she's a bit of a douche, like. But like this scene was necessary to introduce the character of Gamora and how she is mentally.
Well, I know there's many other ways that could have been done, but. The thing is, like, I just felt that it was a little bit video gamey, fetch questy kind of thing.
It is, but I think it was necessary.
Maybe not. I think there's other ways it could be done, but it's like, this is the way James Gunn's chosen to do it. So I think it might be the right one.
I trust him.
Okay,
for that.
fair enough.
But like you write this also is very. I know what you mean by this very video gamey. You know,
like fetch questy. It's
fetch
like,
questy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go get this thing, and now you need to go over here and get this thing. Go over here and get this thing before you get finished the mission. It's just like
but it's just one part. Literally, it's just one part of the movie.
Yeah, I know, but it just felt like it. I basically it was enough for me to notice it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
But I think, in my opinion, it was necessary to reintroduce the character of Gamora. The new character of Gamora that we'd never seen for many. We just seen her again for a little bit at the end of Avenger, like
Endgame, yeah.
And so we need to reintroduce that character, and that's how they did it.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm not here to kind of like slate him for doing it.
See, that old thing was to basically that old scene was like that part when the in the bio space station thing that was to. Introduce the character of Gamora and quit like their relationship where they are right now.
Their kind of strange dynamic where he's still in love with the one who died, but the one who's alive in front of him is
just like despite him.
Well, that's not so much that. It's just like she's a younger Gamora, like with she's a younger Gamora. She hadn't spent like that much time away from Thanos, which you mentioned. Like you got to bear in mind when they met in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
there was this kind of. You didn't really find out she was a daughter of Thanos until later on in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? So...
Especially she was working on her own.
Yeah, she was working on her own. She had time away from Thanos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, there's that. She was trying to get, the Infinity Stone before Thanos could get hold of it or whatever. So, anyway...
She evolved
she was a bit older and a bit wiser and a bit more further along, whereas the character... we see now, she's a younger Gamora who's a bit of a dick.
And a bit lost as well.
Yeah, a bit I mean, she ended up going with the Ravengers. That's her team.
Yeah, so, that's her family.
Yeah. That's the family she chose.
Yeah.
Because despite however Peter Quill may have wanted her to
come back,
her to choose him in the Guardians, she ended up choosing the Ravengers because this Gamora, it's an interesting dynamic, and I kind of like the way they kind of touched upon it. There's a lot about this movie that I really love. I mean, like I said, the interaction. Like I'd say the whole thing with Rocket Raccoon and the whole kind of flashback story about how he was created and his interactions with his fellow cellmates, shall we call them, his friends.
His relationship he has with the
High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary, yeah.
Yeah.
Great villain, I think. Great villain.
Actually, yeah. What's your man's name? Chukwudi Iwuji. Sorry for butchering your name, dude.
Can I try it? Chukwudi Iwuji.
Yeah, let's not do that. We're butchering your name. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, but you're great. You were great.
You were fucking fantastic. I loved him as a villain. He was like a proper scenery chewing fucking.
And it's first time I see like it's kind of give me chill. First time I see the villain, the minion, just basically turning on him. Because he was too mad.
Yeah.
He was way too mad. It was
that was a nice little touch.
It's very nice, like the minion that's following blindly the villain. Like just like fuck off. Like you're just a douchebag.
Yeah. He was going too far. He kept pushing, and they were, he at the cost of because basically what it was is like his whole kind of modus operandi was he's trying to create life.
He hates failure. He hates so much failure that he tries to cancel everything.
Yeah, it's not even that. He's trying to reinvent life, so to speak, right? But the one thing that he was trying to do is he was trying to create beings that had the ability to invent and create, that had that kind of muse, that creative spark. Mm-hmm. And the only one to have ever shown it was Rocket.
It was not even like supposed to be
he was supposed to be a cast-off, a little, he was supposed to be just...
try and error,
But it doesn't matter how many improvements that the High Evolution thought he made. He'd already got what he was looking for, but he didn't value it enough.
No, he didn't value it at all.
No, not at all. So, and then then Rocket becomes it's the origin story of Rocket, and it's so tragic.
It is very tragic.
It's
very sad.
So sad. I'm actually welling up a little bit again, fucking thinking back to it. It's just so sad. I already felt for it because Rocket is one of my favourite characters in the MCU. I love Rocket.
And also, Rocket has a very great thing. I think he's not very introduced in the first movie, but the second movie is a bit more introduced when he has with Wandu, and he say like, Wandu and him try to connect, like when they escape the Ravager, and there was like this moment where they were both crying because you were me, boy, you were me, boy. I know because you are me.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, I think that's what sets James Gunn apart from a lot of other filmmakers. It seems he's got genuine fucking emotional intelligence, and it really shows through in his characters. It really does.
No, he's not scared to put it in his movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember hearing one. I can't remember who it was. It might have been the Critical Drinker. It might have been someone else. I can't. Someone said they felt manipulated by it. I don't. I feel that this was what the film was trying to do.
Nowadays, everybody think they are manipulated by movies.
Well, no, yeah, you are being manipulated by movies.
Yeah, because that you share emotion, and if you think that feeling emotion is being manipulated, that's the point of a movie.
Yeah,
exactly. Make you feel something.
So, like the fact that I'm welling up. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not one of these people. Oh, yeah, I don't usually cry at movies. I mean, look, if something's sad, if something actually makes me hits me in the feels, I'm gonna fucking well up. I'm gonna, I will kind of get a little bit. I might well up and start choking a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I'm human.
It does remind me of something when you say big manipulating in a movie. Look, I think it's a bit of a side stretch. Like I'm going a bit further down, but like I watched the movie Barbie, and people are like, "Oh, it's an anti-patriarchy, anti-masculinity movie," And I think that people would say that didn't understand, like basically think that like the movie was not saying that. It was not. I
don't know. I haven't seen it, so I'm reserving judgment.
But I think that people nowadays are overly overly critical about anything. Oh yeah, there's a message about this, there's a message about that. This movie have no like message except that like deep message that you should resonate with you like emotionally and not politically.
Well, no, it's not. Sorry, it's not so much that there's like there's a political message in there. There's like an emotional message in there. It's about the importance of family and friendship and that kind of thing.
And also like stop running away from your problem.
Yeah, and like. Yeah, stop running away from your problems. Face it. Face it. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to that this film has. It's like a real kind of another criticism. I've just seen her up here. You know the what's her name? The gold woman who's Sovereign's mom. She was in she was the baddie in the second one.
She's right there. Is she there? Is her? No. That was her there.
Are you sure that was her?
That's her. That's her. That's definitely her. I recognize her. She's blonde and yellow faces, but like.
No, it's not her.
That's her.
It's not. Don't worry. I'll find her in a minute. Wait a second. Let me just. Where's the rest of the cast? That's the top cast. Let's have a look at the rest of them. She must be in there somewhere. Mantis, Drax, Nebula, Groot, once. Cosmo, go on, fill the silence. Chris Pratt. What was her bloody name? She had some like really silly name.
Yeah, that's what I told you. That's the one with the burlesque thing.
No, that wasn't it. Peter Quill, Star-Lord. You might be right, I don't know. Teeves, Floor. Elizabeth Debicki, Aisha. That's who it is. That's her.
That's her. Okay.
That's her. Like, I thought she was giving real short. Again, she was a character that was giving short shrift as well, I think.
She was the least amount of screen time.
Yeah, like that. She died really ignominiously, to be quite honest.
Extremely fast, extremely violently.
Yeah.
She's like I know it was for the. No, I think it would have been better to have more scene for Warlock. Because the short amount of scene he has doesn't give him the emotional attachment that we can give.
I just think I think if there's any criticism I've got to make this film, like unfortunately, I think it is trying to do too much at once.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair criticism.
Maybe a longer version. Maybe like a.
No, then you might as well make a fucking TV series. Do you know what I mean? For like three or four episode televised special.
But like, how many scenes did we have of Warlock? We have the intro scene of the fight. There's not much character development there. There's a scene when they introduce the relationship with the mother and the Great Evolutionary in the hangar. That's not very much of a character building up. there. And we have the scene where he disintegrate the other guy. That's the most scene we have of him having like emotional like improvement, or like a
Yeah. Also the big
in a
problem.
story.
Also the big problem is, sorry to interrupt, but it's just like I was just thinking back to it. The reason why Warlock's in it is because he was teased at the end of the second one.
He was.
They
teased at the
had
end.
to bring him in on this.
Yeah, because it is him.
Do you know what I mean? They had to bring him in, but the problem was
Maybe it was a mistake. It was a shot in the foot. Maybe.
well, like I said, they just. I think the problem is like James Gunn and his team just left themselves too much to do. It's clear that they had. I mean, I kind of almost wish they kind of like brought Adam Warlock in a different movie or something.
Maybe they wish to having this movie about Adam Warlock and having the next movie to kind of the Galaxy Volume 5 about Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah,
but I think he wanted to short up everything.
Yeah, well,
it was a want to end this.
Well, he had to end it because basically, like, were it not for that stupidness going back a few years ago with these these stupidly edgy tweets that he, Disney clearly knew about those tweets, right? But somebody didn't like James Gunn. They decided to attack him. This is going back 2017, 18. This is going back a while ago.
A lot of actors in the Disney story were cancelled or fired away because of things they said on Twitter.
Yeah. But anyway, the point I'm making is, right, so anyway, they must have known about it anyway. They must have known about these fucking tweets because they've got departments for all this sort of shit, to look through people, find out whether or not they're fucking weird or not. Doesn't always work, granted, but still. But the problem was, so anyway, one of the, I can't remember his name, but one of the heads at Marvel at the time, who's now, funny enough, the guy who fucking brought James Gunn in for the DC universe at Warner Brothers. I can't remember his name now, but the guy who was responsible for firing James Gunn out of Marvel brought him into DC. Bananas. Stupid. But that's the thing. I think what concerns me about Marvel, right, because it's been really evident over the last few years since Endgame. Because the thing is, they're all building up towards Endgame. That was the end. That was literally the end game, the end goal, the conclusion to the Infinity Saga. Everything they've tried to build up since then has just not been very fucking good. Aside from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Mm-hmm. Aside from them two movies, Shang-Chi, sorry, didn't like it. I just thought it was all right in the beginning, but it just became a big fucking Marvel CGI mess at the end. I didn't like Multiverse of Madness because it felt chopped up. It felt like it didn't have a unified creative vision. I felt like some parts looked really cool, while other parts looked really stupid. It felt like it was like I'm watching two different movies being pasted together sometimes. Thor: Love and Thunder was fucking awful. That was it. That's one of the that's a real low point as far as Marvel's concerned. And then I come and watch this, and I just think what has Marvel got creatively that it can kind of bring itself out from the doldrums? Because I don't know, man. I mean, because there's genuine concern. Because the thing is, you always off camera, Roman will sometimes say, "Oh yeah, can we not talk about budget?" The reason why I talk about budget and I talk about money is because money enables people to be creative, to make a living, to tell stories. It's how our system works, and this is why I rail against budgets being too high, because what I'd rather see happening is more people, more projects get made, more people get work, more people have the chance to be creative. That's why it's important, right? A movie in fairness to Guardians of the Galaxy, $250 million budget, it looks fucking phenomenal. It looks really, really good. The CGI, for the most part, I'd say it looks top tier.
The shot also.
Every shot, the shot selection, the cinematography.
There's
that fight scene in the corridor they did.
There's one shot, single shot.
Single take fight. It looked fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
There's so much it just it looks quality.
Yeah.
It's just like a high quality piece of filmmaking. It's like, Marvel, you can fucking do it.
Nobody just it's okay, it will pass, Nobody said that would be fine. That would be fine.
There's quality control going on. There was it looks fucking fair. It's almost like some projects seem to get overlooked over others. I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy probably had all the eyes on it.
Which was not at the beginning.
No.
At the beginning, it was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I remember hearing about Guardians. Again, I'm a Marvel reader from back in the '90s, like, but I never read Guardians. I'd never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, what the fuck's this about? So
And that's the best franchise of Marvel now.
yeah, I mean, I'd say the first one is still among my favourites. I'd say like Guardians of the Galaxy is the best entire series. Mm-hmm. That includes the Avengers, by the way. You know, because like in terms of in terms of like quality from 1, 2, and 3
of writing and storytelling. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I honestly reckon that it looks the best. It has the most emotional resonance. It tells the best stories. It is by far and away better than the majority of what Marvel put out.
Yeah,
and I think that's thanks down to one man, and the fact that man has now gone to the competition, I think will hurt Marvel in the long run.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they can't find some other creative like there isn't someone else out there with the kind of creativity and vision that.
But they're not looking for creativity.
Well, no, because the thing is, like, they're producer led at the end of the day. Kevin Feige's the man at the top who like ties it all in and makes sure all the net. But I don't think he's even doing that because, like, let's be honest. I mean, like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, was there mention of fucking Incredible Hulk?
No.
Did they even mention Thor's name?
I was just thinking about that. It was separated from all this.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed. We were.
They didn't even mention Thor.
We had enough of have everything to be connected. We have enough to have like, oh, this have to connect to this movie, to this TV show, to this or that.
No, you can do it. You can do it in sort of referential ways. Like, for instance, two characters can, like, I don't know, like the TV report can come up and say, oh yeah, the Avengers are kicking off in New York again or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's ways in which it can be referenced. Like, they mentioned a little bit because of like, the direct ties to Thanos and the Infinity Saga.
Like to explain what camera, about for example, like this elevator scene.
Yeah.
Basically, is explaining to the
Little
red
bit
faced girl like what was the story, why she's like that, and how is it like that.
A little bit of an exposition dump there.
Yeah, like for people who never watched but like to give you the card to understand where he's going.
Yeah, but
that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that's just it.
You forgot some point, but that's the gist of it.
But yeah, I mean, I've got to say, like, I mean, what's it? Catherine, is it Catherine Dillon? So I'm being a dick.
And those two character, Gamora and Drax, that's just like they don't like what they're doing. They don't like fighting. Maybe Drax a little bit though, but it's not. They're like,
oh, Drax enjoys fighting.
It does enjoy fighting, but what he really wants is like it was what's missing through him. It was his family. That was his rupture. That's why he become like Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah.
But no, it's Drax the father. He's Drax the mentor, like not mentor, but like the silly dad, like, you know. Yeah, he's a silly dad. That's why he is very. And I like how Gamora was like the one who hated everybody and was the one pointed out everybody's flaws.
Yeah.
But at the end, he realized that those flaws are not actually flaws.
No, they what make you you.
Yeah, they make you, and you know, like those flaws are who you are, and you should just embrace them.
Oh, absolutely. But no, I think, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought, like I said, I think Karen Gillan, that's her name, not Catherine Dillon. I'm sorry, I'm doing a bad job with names today. Karen Gillan, I really enjoyed her as Nebula. And the funny thing is, like, you see, like the way she gets kind of, plastered in all this fucking makeup and blacked out eyes, and the fact that her performance still is so good despite that.
And I think that's the best movie. That's her best movie because she always had the short hand of the stick in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Gamora character. She got a little bit more spotlight in the Endgame movie. Yeah, but like that's Endgame is the one that was like, look, that's Gamora is actually a great character. Nebula is actually a great character. Could need room to develop, like, you know. Some characters sometimes you give them room to develop and they make great character.
Yeah.
That was a problem we have with Warlock. Warlock doesn't have room to be a great character. It doesn't. There's not enough room in the movie to make him grow.
No.
It's like a plant. The movie is like a plant. If there's not enough room, the plant doesn't grow fast. Like big enough. Like
I mean, I think that's a nice analogy actually, because I think his stuff. I think the whole kind of like the sovereign. Like the whole sovereign side plot,
and try to connect. I think it was a bit.
That could have been cut out with next to no detriment.
See the Warlock people. What do they call it? The gold people thing. The sovereign. I think they tried to tighten up to the Great Evolutionary, but I think it was a bit. it was a bit forced. It is
Yeah.
still forced.
Because that's the thing, is like in the first.
Oh, she was the master of all people, and now she's not anymore. Like it's just from one movie, her position changed in like.
Yeah, because like in fairness to like in the first film, because she wasn't in the first film very much.
The
Like
second film.
Sorry, the second film.
She was
Right?
only in the second film.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she wasn't in the second film very much. Like she was like it was only really the start section.
She
Wasn't
was
it,
at the beginning. She was at the beginning.
Yeah.
And at the end, she's the one that kind of help, like trying to kill the Guardian, but kind of helping them in the same way.
Yeah,
So she arrived at the end, and
but yeah, like I thought that I just thought it was like I thought they could have been cut out with any real impact. But I think the problem is they committed to bringing in Adam Warlock.
I think that was the best they could do, and this was the most respectful way they could do it, and that was the most
Yeah, I think what I don't know. You might have actually kind of touched on something like earlier on when you were talking about because of the whole furore around James Gunn and being kicked out and all that kind of crack, and then him being brought back in, but in the meantime getting work with DC, and then DC are like, "Oh, come being part of our DCEU, you can be in charge of it and rebuild it from the start if you like. You can be our Kevin Feige." So because of that furore, like James Gunn knew that he basically like anything he had planned before that incident, right? He had to wrap it up in this movie.
Yeah, that was this wrap up.
Yeah, and this was wrapped up. They did. Did you see the Christmas special they did?
I did. It was a bit floppy. It was giggly.
Yeah,
funny,
it was silly.
enjoyable.
It was silly.
It was a Christmas special.
That Christmas song they had though.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to play it for you later, Rob.
When they bring what's the name of the actor? What's the name of the actor?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
But
are you the Kevin Bacon?
Are you the Earth's legendary hero, Kevin Bacon? Yeah, but I thought that was like really cool. But yeah, it was a nice little. I thought the Christmas special was actually quite nicely done. But I'm just having a look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores here. Right, tomato meter for critics is 81, which is pretty good.
Oh.
Well, 81's not. I think if you're above 80, you're pretty much like you're in good footing. But the audience is 94, and I'm with the audience. I'm more kind of like I think this is probably one of the best Marvel movies that they've made.
Well, I also agree with the score of the audience. The only it doesn't reach 100% is because of this Warlock.
Yeah.
Try to force it a little bit,
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said before, we say this all the time. Like, if you scratch away at anything, you can find flaws in it, and there are flaws in this film.
Of course,
it's a little bit too long. There's too many storylines.
Like the raccoon, like the experiments, they are flaws, but you take them. It's fine. They are there. They don't need to. You don't need to destroy the movie because there's one flaw in it.
No, I know, but you can. Like I said to you before, like, and I keep saying this. When it comes to criticism, right? It has to be done in good faith, for starters. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm not really big into this whole fucking tearing people down and pointing out agendas and that sort of shit, because I just think it's fucking for dickheads. And I'm so, I shouldn't. Let me rephrase that in a bit more diplomatically. I think if you're coming out of this with an agenda, right, I think you're being disingenuous, right? Because what you're doing is you're feigning outrage in order to gain clicks and gain views and that kind of stuff. Because that all drives the internet economy.
No, because that's what emotionally we like. Yeah,
Yeah, so like if that's what you're doing, if all you're doing is feigning outrage for clicks, like sometimes you can turn around and say, I mean, the whole thing about like the strong female lead at the moment, there's a bit of a hub about that. I think that's an interesting discussion to have, and I think but the problem is, it's not a discussion being had; it's fucking people screaming and roaring at each other, and calling each other a dickhead on Twitter. Or shitter or fucking whatever you want to call it now.
I have a great number of strong female lead in stories, and you know what? They were before everybody think of them.
Yeah. Like, has anyone watched Edge of Tomorrow? Emily Blunt's character in that.
Yeah. Great.
She's a fucking badass.
Yeah, she's fucking
strong
badass.
female character.
She's not the main character. The main character is
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. That's him we following. But she's the badass. She's the mentor.
Yeah.
She's the fucking mentor of the story.
She's a fucking badass.
Yeah. We'll go again. I don't know. Another one with a strong female character. can't remember it like that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Sarah Connor. I mean, the ones that usually get banded out.
Sarah Connor
Sarah
from
Connor.
Sarah
from
Connor,
Terminator. Ellen Ripley from Alien.
and Ripley. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? There's plenty. There are strong female characters out there, and I think that to say that it's never been done before is disingenuous.
Extremely.
I think what I would rather see happen is, but also I don't like the kind of, because I was watching, because I watch Critical Drinker quite a lot because I actually respect a lot of what he says. I disagree with him on certain points, but you know that's just the nature of discussion. You know, it'd be definitely someone I'd love to sit down and have a pint with and kind of discuss movies and pick his brains a little bit. It seems like
if you're watching this video, just like
he won't be. Don't worry.
Oh, but like.
But we're getting any views at the minute. I think it's a minor miracle.
Yeah.
But yeah, but do I necessarily agree with him on everything? No, but one point I thought it was quite interesting that he raised in a recent video of his regarding Snow White. We watched it today, remember?
Yeah, we did watch it today.
And I just thought, he was saying about how the lead actress from Snow White, I don't really know the girl. I've got nothing against you at all whatsoever. But from what I saw in Critical Drinker's video, and I haven't seen a broader discussion, so I'm going to try and keep it even-handed because I don't want it to be too influenced in what I'm trying to say here. But apparently she was going around, she was saying some silly things on the red carpet. She was kind of admonishing the old film and trying to proclaim the newer films
got to be better.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this is the problem when you're young. Like I when I was like 20, 21 or 18, 19, 20, I used to think modern was better, newer was better. Well, newer isn't always better. Modern isn't always better. Quality storytelling, it doesn't matter whether it was told in 1923, 2023 or fucking 2023 BC. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, it doesn't.
Good stories are good stories.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's important.
Yeah.
And that's what generates interest in characters that become IP, that becomes monetizable, that enables your IP holding company to make so much fucking money.
If you create stories just for the only goal to make money, you just don't understand the thing.
No, well, that's the thing, though. I mean, like you've got to kind of lead with creativity first, and I think like this whole thing about trying to make films for modern audiences. What's a modern audience?
It's always evolving.
Yeah.
When you release your movie, your audience that you're targeting is already evolved.
Yeah. And only that, you can turn around and stuff because everything's led by demographics and marketing.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? And I think like with marketing, what they want to do is they want to pigeonhole everybody, pigeonhole each person in a certain age bracket to, on average, X amount of people in this demographic will like such and such a thing.
Every demographic will like Guardian of the Galaxy. Will find something good about Guardian of the Galaxy.
If you sit down and watch it,
you can be 40, 30, 20, 12, 18. You will watch Guardian of the Galaxy.
There's something cool in it.
There's something you will enjoy because it's a cool, well-made, good-hearted story.
Yeah,
it was not made for a specific demographic.
No. See, that's the thing. You need to if you lead with story and you make stories, like you tell stories, then you can then make like. Yeah, you tell stories, creates the intellectual property for you to monetize. These fucking I hate this. These terms make me want to fucking throw up in my mouth every time I say them. It's disgusting. But the thing is, like, if you don't, these IPs, if you're telling bad stories with it, doesn't matter how well known the IP. Look what happened with fucking Superman. DC had an absolute fucking home run on their hands. They had Batman, they got Superman, they got Wonder Woman, the three best known superheroes in the world. Like, you go anywhere, like if you turn around before like 2008, no one knew who Tony Stark was. Like,
True. Same with Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, same with Iron Man. Iron Man? Why not like the X-Men? Everybody loved the X-Men. Why you go with Iron Man for the first movie of the DCU?
Well, because Fox had the rights to.
If they have the rights, but they make a great character.
No, but.
They made a great new story. Like it's for that the movie should not follow trends. Movie should make trends.
Well, I think yeah. I'd say it's more down to the fact that it's not. What you want to do is you just want to fucking, again, just go out, have a story in mind that you want to tell and fucking tell it. Because culture and art talks to each other.
Look, Guardians of the Galaxy was nothing trendy. The first Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
It was completely new.
No one heard of Star-Lord or Drax the Destroyer or any of that.
It was new in the way they use music as well, or the way it was a new concept. And now they try to copy it. Don't try to copy it. Stop trying to follow the trend. Just make the trend. And that can apply to everything. It could be to YouTube. It could be to you as well doing something. Don't try to follow the trend, because the trend is already too late. If you follow the trend, it's already too late. Just keep doing it. Keep doing something, and maybe you will create a trend.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to make
in general. Yeah, that's actually very good advice.
In general, and don't like set your expectation of like what I'm going to do is going to be successful, because it is not. Even like great director like Christopher Nolan sometimes make something and they say like it's going to be great, it's going to be the best movie of all time, and people receive it badly, because even if you or Ridley Scott Prometheus.
Jesus, don't get me started about that.
I'm pretty sure that
film.
Ridley Scott genuinely believed it was his greatest movie when it came out.
Maybe. I think he had a story he wanted to tell anyway. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but it's never guaranteed. Even the best fail. And you know what? You're going to fail too. Everybody's going to fail.
Yep, 100%.
But the thing is to keep trying.
And also, 100% very fucking worthwhile. Because like, look at it this way. It's like, for instance, like with us doing our YouTube thing, right? Or anything, or any other venture that we kind of get involved with. Like, is this... Like, with us getting involved in YouTube, like, we've only been doing this a couple of months now, right? Yeah. And we're still learning. We're still making mistakes, and I'm sure we're still making mistakes.
A couple of months is nothing.
No. Like, the thing is, like, you've really got to, if you want to be successful at something, you can't half-arse it. You got to keep fucking at it, mate. Do you know what I mean? You have to. I mean, that's just life in general. You're like, if you just pick something up and put it down again, then you're never going to go anywhere with it.
No.
But if you keep, it's like, for instance, I'm pretty fucking good at art. I don't mind admitting. But why is that? I'm 42 years old. I've been doing it since childhood.
Yeah, never stop.
Exactly. So, like, I don't get me wrong, there's been periods where I've kind of put the pencil down a bit and haven't progressed. But then, like, in the last, I'd say 10 years, I've progressed immensely. And I hopefully, like, I will continue to progress. But that's because of consistency in doing it over a long period of time. You're we're both good photographers. You're better than me.
I don't think I'm the best, but like, thank you.
Well, you are a better photographer than me. I always say this to you. But I think like with like Roman's photography, right? How long have you been doing photography?
As long as I can remember.
As long as you can remember, and you're damn good at it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like that's the thing. It's like I think when you pick up things as a child, you do it through fun and exploration.
Yeah. There's something I was thinking. Yeah. Before I was like doing this just by pure emotion. Yeah. Now I'm just doing it for technicality, like.
Because like that's the thing though. Because initially, what you're doing is you're picking up. What you're doing is you're making a mess and having fun, and then you want to get better at it and better at it and better at it.
You just forget having fun.
Well, no. I mean, like I think. Oh yeah, I think sometimes you can get if you let yourself go down. Because I've done that. I've definitely
photography right now. In my photography, that's a bit of the case.
Yeah, I remember saying to me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like I forgot how to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
I know all the technicalities, stuff like that. When I was at this retreat thing, there was this guy doing photography with a...
I'd love actually to do that. That was like a Buddhist retreat.
It was a Buddhist retreat. But like
sounds so class, mate. I'd love to do that.
I didn't come back enlightened or anything. I didn't come back shaved and with robes and everything.
No. He still came back as Roma, but he was just a little bit more chill.
A bit more chill. But like when I was there was this man with this mirrorless camera.
Yeah.
And it was like he was taking pictures like of the landscape and stuff like that. And it's like, maybe you should try with it's a bit underexposed. I don't know what to do. Just like I'll tell him the balance between ISO and thing. Like sometimes if you're doing landscapes, it's good to sacrifice you don't need to have everything wide open every time.
No,
it's good to sacrifice a bit of the aperture to have actually more
to sharpen the image,
to have a more depth, and it's just a question about. And it's like, oh my god, it's like, thank you very much, you really helped me. And I was like, just I was just like I'm doing this every day, and it's like I didn't realize that was I was that helpful. Like
Yeah.
So that was like maybe I should try also like a photography class or something like that. Like I'm
I think you'd be good at it.
I don't think I could be good. I'm not the best photographer, but I feel I could be a good teacher. Like
Yeah. Well, I think you could. I think you'd do well at it.
yeah,
Personally.
yeah.
But yeah, I think like when it comes down to anything, yeah, if you want to be good at it, you just got to keep at it. It's like when I'm doing my Twitch streams, and I'm talking to people about drawing and stuff like that. The one thing they always I love it when people ask me how do you do that and how do you do that and how do you do that and
It's
ask
hard
me
to
questions.
explain sometimes because it's just.
Well, the one thing I've noticed, like whether it's doing on Twitch streams or when we do the John's Dark Art, our other thing project on this channel on John's Dark Art. Funny, the name is a clue. But I think that with like doing the John's Dark Art thing and doing Twitch streaming and all that kind of crack, when people come up and ask me questions, and it's making me examine my own process. Do you know what I mean?
There's a thing, Roman thing. Sometimes the best way to learn something is to teach it.
That's true. I think you actually know what. There's a degree of what. I mean, before, if you told me, because I remember saying it, I remember hearing this saying like years ago. Those you can do, those you can't teach. I think now, by having kind of like done a bit of thinking of my own over the last little while, I think that's a load of fucking bullshit. Because at the end of the day, yeah, what you're saying there is right. Because in order to teach, you have to learn, and sometimes the two aren't mutually exclusive.
Sometimes the best way to learn something is to teach it.
Yeah.
To teach it to someone else, and you kind of learn it at the same
Yeah,
time.
because like that's the thing is like I've never really until recently I've not really given much thought to my process.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Me either. Like, or how do you do a picture?
Yeah, I've never really given it much thought, but now that I'm in the I wouldn't say in the position, but now that I'm attempting to kind of get into that field, I think it's making me think about my own process more, making me think about what I do and how that can be then bettered.
And also, why you're doing it.
Yeah, why I'm doing it and what kind of impact I want on the world, so to speak. But yeah, so I think these are all valid. These are all valid points. And I don't know. We've gone on a bit of a tangent there now, but I think that was worthwhile.
It's about like creating something, and like.
And I think, to be honest with you, like I think when it comes down, let's kind of like try and tie it back into Guardians of the Galaxy. Like the one thing you can definitely say with this movie is that it's crafted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's well put together. That's the thing. It's like
also it's been carried on by everybody in the cast.
Yeah,
and everybody in the team. Which I always love to say that a movie is not one director, not one actor.
It's a team.
It's a team.
Yeah.
It goes through the person who make the lights, the person who turn on the camera, to the person who making the coffee, to the person making sure that everybody has a banana and a bit of water added out between each scene.
Yeah.
The makeup artist, I think it's a team effort.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's always a team effort.
And the thing is, though, like when it comes to teams, you need leaders, and when you've got a lead, like James Gunn is a leader, right? The thing is, like, you look at, and again, going back to budgets and going back to directly comparing this with Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Both have singular directors in Taika Waititi and James Gunn. Both have massive budgets at $250 million.
Yeah.
Both are released by the same studio in Marvel, right?
But I think Taika Waititi thrive in smaller scope, smaller movie, smaller story.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, what also I get the feeling that the movie, because the thing is, what really annoyed me about Thor: Love and Thunder was that sometimes the film looks amazing, but sometimes it looks cheap.
But I think the producer wanted to have this bring back the character of the Second War, Natalie Portman. Was it Natalie Portman?
Natalie Portman, yeah.
And maybe Taika Waititi was not into it. It was not a story that he wanted to.
I think
it's
we're supposed
speculation.
Yeah, like, I don't really like it
because I really respect Taika Waititi as a director.
No, I like when we were talking about Thor: Love and Thunder. I like fucking James Gunn. I've seen quite some of Taika Waititi's other work, and with Taika Waititi, I agree with you. I think it's a fucking class filmmaker. Like Jojo Rabbit is a fucking amazing film.
It's what I saw. I think he's better with small scope movies.
Well, Thor Ragnarok worked.
It worked.
And and that's the thing. I don't know.
It was a comedy.
I think what the big problem was, again, Right, sometimes the film looks amazing. Sometimes it looked fucking horribly cheap. Like there's that one particular scene with Natalie Portman and what's her name, Tessa Thompson, as Valkyrie. There's this one scene where it's just like the two of them were talking to each other, and it just looked badly edited. It looked really rushed. Do you know what I mean? It was like cut backwards, forwards. I don't know. It just looked fucking strange. Badly photographed, badly composed, badly edited. And I'm like, how in the fuck is this in a $250 million movie? Do you know what I mean?
We'll never know.
Well, you're right. We will never know because like we don't know this whole ins and outs of. We can only judge what's put in front of us. But I'm looking at like Thor: Love and Thunder. Like I said, sometimes the film looks amazing. Other times it looks fucking dreck. But then you look at Guardians of the Galaxy and everything just fucking ties together. It feels right.
It feels right.
Exactly. There's never this kind of like
awkwardness.
There's never.
Even if Adam Warlock thing is the least powerful thing, it's still good.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't look like it was like fucking filmed a week before the film was released and fucking hastily edited in. It didn't feel like it was chopped to fucking ribbons. It felt like a cohesive story that from beginning to end. Yes, it has its faults. Definitely, it is overly long. There is too much going on.
No, I don't think it's overly long. But
No.
Continue.
Okay,
sorry.
fair enough. You disagree. That's fair enough. We can disagree and still be amiable.
I know, yeah.
But I do feel it is a bit too long. I do feel it was trying to do too much. But I also feel that the things it gets right. I mean, like I said, the whole Rocket's the whole thing with Rocket, his origin story, how his friends and and what happened to them. It was it was heartbreaking. I nearly broke down crying watching that.
Great writing, we're missing great tragedy.
Yeah,
I think that even like the death of Love and Thunder, the death of Natalie Portman. It was tragic, but it's not as tragic.
No, at no point did I have. I mean, it was like I'd say
because she was always cancelling it. Do you know?
Yeah.
They were always trying to cancel the fact that the sadness. Don't try to cancel the sadness.
Yeah.
Do you know, like
so? I mean, sometimes you need to let the fucking moment hit. Right? Basically, like I don't know. It's if you're gonna if you want to fucking reach emotional heights and
hard,
and really kind of like bring the audience with you, then sometimes you know what, do everyone a favour before you start writing that smart ass quip that's gonna undermine the fucking moment. How about not?
About just stay quiet for a bit.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and let the moment kind of like hit.
It's the same for the moment of Adam Warlock saving Star-Lord. It was a great moment, but we knew that Star-Lord was not going to die.
Of course not.
We nobody know. We all know. It was a bit like and then he arrived as a hero and tried to touch his finger like this. It's so cool. But like deep down, we all knew it was not going. It was not his hand. That was not how the story's going to end.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we knew that was not his time. Like Star-Lord almost died at the end of each movie.
True.
He almost died in space. Almost died at the end of this movie.
But also, the one thing that I've heard criticism about, right? Actually, and I do actually kind of agree with it. Why did they all of a sudden have to be in fucking uniforms?
Oh, that was a reference to.
That was probably a reference to the original comic book, maybe.
It was a reference, maybe the perfect comic book, and it was a bit of a reference to a video game called Among Us, where they have like a scaphandre with a collar thing.
No, I'm talking about it. Look, I mean, if you look
what
at
you talking about?
Like, look that.
Oh, those suits.
Yeah, they just look.
They're
like
the Guardians of the Galaxy suit. They're the classic suits they have in the comics.
Yeah, I know, but the one thing about the gang was they always kind of had their own.
Also, yeah.
Look.
Now they have the uniform. Now
Yeah.
they have like the thing.
Yeah, but I think I liked fucking like Star-Lord's like long
Red
jacket
coat,
and the fucking and the mask and all that kind
Rex
of crap.
basically not wearing anything.
Yeah, aside from a pair of trousers and a couple of knives.
But like also Batista has basically cannot. The reason why Batista doesn't show his full body, he's getting old and he doesn't have the physicality to
that he used to. That's fair enough. I mean,
he has a dad belly. He's getting old, and he's has enough to do like gym on top of gym on top of gym on top of gym.
Yeah, I can understand that.
He has a great physique. He still have a great physique.
Oh yeah,
but he just don't want that anymore.
We got to bear in mind. I think the man's like nearly 60 years old, and he looks fucking amazing.
Same for the character of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Pratt. Like, maybe at some point you have a bit.
He's
of
older than me.
Superhero fatigue. You have a bit of a superhero fatigue. Like like you don't want to. to like be super jacked every fucking scene.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, because there's this kind of like talk in Hollywood circles. Not that we're anywhere near close to those Hollywood circles, but if you look on YouTube or you're reading magazines or newspapers, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's this kind of talk about like how most Hollywood actors, they're basically jacked up on steroids, and of course they're not going to turn around and say, "Oh yeah, we're on steroids," "Oh yeah, we're eating more protein and all this sort of bollocks."
We eat a lot of vegetables.
Mate, you can't fucking gain that level of muscle that quickly. I know it's hard to believe. Look at me now, I'm fat as fuck, but I used to go to the gym and I used to train quite regularly, and I could do with going back into it. But the thing is, like when I used to train back in my 20s, compared to how I would train now in my 40s, there's going to be two very different things. It's going to take me longer because like I don't have as much testosterone in my body.
Those actors are getting older.
Yeah, they're getting older. So the thing is, like, what governs the reason why you take steroids is that your hormones regulate, especially with testosterone, that it regulates like your recovery period, how long you're able to recover after a workout. It's not so much like it makes you stronger. It's just basically what it does. It reduces the amount you have to rest in between workouts. So you can work out 2, 3, 4, 5 times, like 2 or 3 times a day, 7 days a week, and get results.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you were to do it without the aid of steroids, you'd have to wait longer between gym sessions, and therefore the results you gain will be slower. So that's why, like, they all get fucking jacked up in no time. It's mainly down to the fact that they're taking steroids. And for anyone in Hollywood to turn, and I think, to be honest with you, it's not the fault of the actors. It's the fault, basically, it's the producers turn around saying, we want, especially with superhero movies, like, they want the superhero movies to look like they do in the comics.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they look like they do in the comics is because a lot of comic book artists used to use bodybuilders as reference for their superheroes.
There was an anime as well for the early anime of the 70s, stuff like that. Everybody looked like fucking
the Incredible Hulk.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, because they were drawing out of Arnold Schwarzenegger, because at the time that was what human peak performance looked like.
Yeah. And Arnold Schwarzenegger definitely has turned around and admitted that he took steroids.
Yeah, because everybody was doing this at the time. Because it was not frowned upon at the time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, once upon a time, it wasn't frowned upon. Then then it was banned from athletic competition. And
I think it was Olympics. It was banned from Olympics.
Yeah, there was the Canadian runner Carl Thompson who basically smashed the world record. Like, I think he ran it in like 9.8 seconds in 1988. But then it was found that he had steroids in him, and he was then banned, and the world record rescinded. But that wasn't beaten until Usain Bolt. And people are speculating that Usain Bolt is fucking like taking steroids.
A new type of steroid that we haven't detected yet.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. Like, we have no way of detecting.
Lance Armstrong and the.
The whole Tour de France thing.
Yeah. Every time you say, "Oh, don't take any steroid," I don't take any steroid, and at the end of his career, like, "Oh yeah, he took a shit ton of steroid."
Yeah.
But like everybody, like everybody else in the front of the Tour de France, like.
Yeah.
Everybody in the front row are taking steroid.
Everyone in the back row and the row behind that.
Yeah, if you want to see the one with doesn't take steroid, it's the one on the far back, just struggling and taking 3 hours more time to do the course. Like, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing, though. I remember, when did I hear this? But I can't remember exactly. One of these days, I'll have to try and do citations or something, or make a point of like making notes when I hear something interesting. But anyway, I remember hearing that like in some quarters, people have put forward the idea of, instead of banning like steroids, why not just let everyone take it if they're going to fucking take it?
Yeah. Everybody takes steroids. No more unfair game. Like,
yeah, everyone knows what the game is, and everyone knows you're cheating.
And sponsor like a chemical, like sponsor like a pharmaceutical thing that, like, basically instead of country fighting for the thing, it'd be pharmaceutical, like, our steroids are better. Like,
yeah,
it'd be like F1 kind of thing. Our motors are better.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is like steroids really fuck you up.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of like the fact that... I
still look at me. I still think that sport fuck you up. Don't do sport. Like,
no, do sports, do exercise. Yeah, mate, you're fucking... There ain't much meat on your bones.
I don't care.
But yeah, I mean, I used to go to... Well, yeah, like I said, I used to go to gym. I never did steroids because I was never really that seriously into it. I just go to the gym just kind of like fucking, after work. Go have a workout, go home, have a shower, go home, have something to eat, go to bed. But it was just something, it was something to do, and at the time it kept me fit. And then eventually, I will, all being well, I will get back into the gym again and lose a bit of fucking weight because I'm too fucking fat. But yeah, I think in terms of like Dave Bautista, all right, okay, fair enough. He's probably had to cover up because of that.
How old is he right now?
I don't know. I think he's in
60s.
I don't know, because I remember when he was in WWE, he was like in his 30s. So I'd say.
Drax, Don Batista. Dave
Yeah,
Bautista,
I know. There he is. Just looking for him. I know who he is. How old is he? Does it say? Photos known for upcoming.
No, you have to Wikipedia for that.
Oh, fuck Wikipedia. But yeah, not only that, Dave Bautista's like, he's doing more interesting.
It says there.
Where? 1969.
1969.
Born January 18th.
It's the same age as my mother.
How old's your mum?
I can't remember now. She's born in 69.
69. All right, then. So
my mother is 50 or something. I don't know.
Hang on a minute. I feel like my brain's dead. Right. He is in his 60s.
My mother's in his 60s? I don't think so.
No, he's not. He's in his 50s. He's in his 50s.
50s, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like my brain's dribbled out my ears. In fairness, we did go out and have quite a good time yesterday, so I think I'm still feeling the after effects of that. But yeah, I think that. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why. Then I mean, like the guy. I mean, he's still in fucking fantastic shape. He still looks brilliant. But
that's the reason. Yeah, you have the uniform and stuff like that. But I think I like the uniform. That's a callback to the original.
Yeah, but I did kind of like.
They lose their eventuality. Like.
Yeah, and I kind of like the way that like Star-Lord looks with the long fucking jacket, the maroon jacket, and the mask and the fucking twin.
But evolved.
And the rocket boots.
But they evolved. They become a family at the end.
Yeah, I think that, maybe, yeah. Basically, it shows them going from being individuals to being a family, being a unit. Yeah, I know.
There was a goal into it. There was a goal.
But yeah, I think that. I mean, but I would prefer it myself if they just had their own level of individuality. But look, that's just a minor nitpick.
And and at the end they separate each other, but they still keep that as a family.
True.
At some point, like they said, like it's time for me to depart. Like
yeah.
But it still is a family. They still love each other. But I need to find my way by myself.
Yeah.
That was the perfect thing for Mentis as well. Like she left the thing and said like I'm going to do things on my own.
Yeah. And she took her fucking massive monsters with her.
Call back to the second movie.
Yeah, that's right.
They're only interested by batteries. Yeah, that's what they said in the second movie.
Yeah, there were Cornix batteries, if I remember rightly.
No,
they were.
No, they were not Cornix battery.
That's what Rocket called them, Cornix batteries.
Like Rex called like something else. Flappery batteries, something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, where are we at now?
I think we should run up. We are now at the hour mark.
All right, we don't have to just finish off exactly
at
an hour.
I think we should run up, but like we can continue. It's just an opinion.
Well, look, if we've got more look, you know my feelings on this. If we've got more to talk about, then I think we should carry on.
Just what I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, there's a few things I want having a look at. So there's okay. So we've kind of spoken a bit about the budget and the reason why. Like I said before, I think it's an important subject.
Yeah.
I think that I do think that executives need to fucking allow the creatives to do their fucking job. And I would much rather that were the case than the current I'd rather creatives stay out of the fucking way. Executives stay out of the way of the creators. I'd rather the budgets be like, again, I've got no issue with fucking making big budget movies.
No.
Like sometimes it works out. I think Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said, looks fucking fantastic. It's probably the best looking Marvel movie.
A big budget, for example, the way I can see an example.
It justifies its budget.
Dune is a big budget movie.
Yep, and
it's just it deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes like you do need to spend that kind of money to get these kind of like to tell these kinds of stories and to have these kinds of visual quality.
Lord of the Rings trilogy at the time was an immense budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like at the time now it's like compared to everything that should come out now is look ridiculous. But like, it was worth it. It was the amount of money was necessary to make that kind of story. Yeah,
100%. So that's the thing is, I'm not. But so yeah, I've got no issue with like people. But I think there should be less of them. It's just like, what is it? I was watching something recently yesterday. It was actually TLDR, the channel called TLDR on YouTube, and they were talking about Disney's big problems. And one of Disney's big problems, and this is not just Marvel, it's throughout the entirety of the company, all tentpole all the time.
They have too much money.
it's basically they're throwing fucking $200-400 million at films. Yeah, they want every film to be a blockbuster. What the fuck?
Just make some small movies.
Make some small movies. Things like, does every Marvel movie need $250 million? No. Does every Star Wars movie need $250 million? No. Does every fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? Well, probably Pirates of the Caribbean does. They're a bit fucking wackadoo. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think every film in a franchise or every film in a cinematic universe or whatever the fuck, I don't think every single film needs a stupidly high budget. I think sometimes it might be nicer for certain characters to tell smaller stories. Mm-hmm. You know, why do all the TV series have to be so stupidly expensive? It doesn't make any sense. And not only that, I mean, Disney Plus, like, you watch one of the Marvel TV shows, it's basically 20 minutes of action and 20 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
They're fucking stupid with it. So they still want to, like,
so many people work for nothing. That's I don't know, but like maybe I'm wrong saying that. But sorry, I take back what I'm saying.
Okay.
I say like there's like 20 minutes of credits, but like
well, yeah.
Where were those people like?
You know, the point I'm making, I've got no issue with people being recognised. Of course, we want people to be recognised for their hard work. Absolutely, I'm all for that. But what I mean is, like, if you're going to spend $200 million on the TV, instead of having it stretch out over 6 to 8 weeks or whatever the fuck, why not just tell it in 2 and have each episode be an hour long?
Yeah.
Or an hour and or three episodes long. Why does it have to be 6? Why does it have to be half an hour? It just doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
Can you be like? Can you make an excellent TV series with like 4 episodes or 5 episodes, and make them all count?
Yeah.
Instead of make them fillers and stuff like that, or you can stretch that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, to be honest with you, like, I mean, I haven't watched them all. I haven't watched fucking Secret Invasion. By all accounts, that's fucking dog shit. But again, money doesn't mean quality. But the thing, sometimes money can mean quality. Like, quality is quality, and when you make every dollar count, which I think Guardians of the Galaxy does really fucking well.
If you put the craft if you have the money and the craft, you make something amazing.
Yeah.
But if you have the money, but only the money, and you don't have the craft, you make crap.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how many fucking bells and whistles or
no, it doesn't matter. If nobody has the craft, nobody has the goal or the direction. There's like, it's just money thrown away.
Yeah. I will fix it.
And actors are not there to patch the movie. Sometimes people like to, oh, this acting was bad and stuff like that. No. It's just like actors are just like a vector of.
No, in fairness, you can have bad acting, man.
You can have bad acting, I know, but like actors, everything. No, there's. It's like with dogs. There's no bad dogs. There's bad owner, and I'll say it to you: there's no bad actor. There's bad director.
No, there is bad actors. There's bad actors. There's bad directors. There's bad everything. Like, at the end of the day, if you put a good director with good actors, you're gonna
get
Oppenheimer. What a fucking movie. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it does work out, sometimes it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, budget is an important thing to talk about, because especially in context. I mean, just saying like something cost X amount of dollars, who fucking cares? Like,
no, but also, like, I'll say, like, there's no bad actor, there's bad director, because those bad director keep those bad actor. Never mind. What are you saying?
But I'm just thinking, yeah, in terms. So yeah, like, budgets are important to talk about, but also it's like the creative process, because all I really want is people making good movies. That's all I want. I don't care what genre they're in. Who gives it?
Yeah,
like, you know,
it shouldn't be the problem. It shouldn't be the thing.
No, like, genre is unimportant. Basically, it's like all genres. It's the framework for the story that you want to tell.
Because you can make a film about spaceship and raccoon and gunfight, and still have a deep, heartful story.
Yeah.
You can have a love story in space. You can have like a fucking I don't know. Like, you can make everything possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all it is set dressing. All genre is set dressing. That's all it fucking is. So it's just a case of like, so yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered about that. All I want to see is basically people making good movies, people going to the cinema, people watching it on streaming and enjoying themselves and having a good time. I want to see good films, and basically I want to talk about films as positively as possible. Don't get me wrong. If I think something sucks, I'm going to say it. I think also, like I said before, if you're going to criticise anything, it has to be in good faith, and it has to be you have to be even-handed with it. Do you know what I mean? Right, I don't like just turn around saying it sucks. I want to be able to qualify why I think something
For
sucks.
example, Love and Thunder, like it was bad for my opinion, but there's things that were good. There's things that I
Yeah,
find was great. For example, the scene with the kids, I find it was a pretty cool scene. Like
yeah,
yeah, or something were cool and something were very hurtful. For example, the scene of Thor telling to Natalie Portman to stay in bed and fight his cancer. I
yeah,
think it was a good scene. It was one of the only good scenes in the thing.
yeah.
And it was the only time when they take time to just give those emotion and don't try to cancel it every fucking 12
Yeah,
seconds.
exactly. I know. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is what happens when Marvel are absolutely firing on all cylinders. It's when they're getting everything right. It's when they're doing everything properly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I think is. That's what I love about this movie. Right? It shows Marvel at its best. What worries me is there going to be more of this, or is there just going to be more of Thor: Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness, Shang-Chi, all this kind of mediocrity and shite? Because this is the problem.
You've been harsh to saying it's shite. But
Maybe so, maybe, but I'm not harsh in saying it's mediocre. There is a lot of mediocrity within Marvel at the moment, and they need to pull their socks up, I think, because if James Gunn is able to turn around the absolute clusterfuck that is DC at Warner Brothers.
Like he turned around like Suicide Squad.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Suicide Squad. You remember the first Suicide Squad?
Again, I haven't seen it actually.
But it
No
turned
interest.
around that thing. It turned around that thing and made something great out of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. That's the kind of filmmaker you're dealing with. You're dealing with someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. So there is a good chance that like Marvel might have a bit of competition on their hands fairly soon.
And you know what? It's good. Good things have a hand. You know what? Not everything have to
Well,
last
they're in
forever.
cycles, like.
Not everything have to last forever.
No,
Like same for the Guardian of the Galaxy. The Guardian of the Galaxy at the end, there's a good analogy. It ends. The Guardian of the Galaxy we know ends. The Marvel as we know ends.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to do something good about it. Don't try to rest on the success that you had previously.
Yeah, true. Also, there's something I heard recently. It was the John Campea show. See, when I do remember, I will quote it, or I will cite where it came from. I was watching the John Campea show on YouTube, and there's on one of his episodes recently they were talking about rebooting the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Just start fresh.
No, I think hitting the reset button might have to happen because it does seem like it's getting a bit more bloated. Do you know what I mean? And I think in this thing they were actually saying something that actually makes a lot of sense because I remember like one of the reasons why I got off reading comic books is because like I'll be reading the comic book and the comic book then one of the characters will reference something that happened in another comic book. So say for instance you're reading Spider-Man, it'll reference something that happened in an episode of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Or Ghost Rider or something else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like you got to go back and fucking cross reference again. It's just like homework.
It was not fun.
No, and that's the thing. It's I think with Marvel, the cinematic universe, they're kind of running into that same problem.
And it's fun when there's like 4 comic books. So like 4 or 5 franchise, and you can actually there's 4 or 5 franchise, and they have like 10 comic books each. It's
Yeah.
Like, I can do that. But now there's so many of them. There's TV shows. There is shorts. There is movies. There is thing. There's too many things. At the beginning, it was funny to see Iron Man in this movie or stuff like that, and they're all together at the end because it was short. It was small scope. The scope is getting bigger. There's more things to take in count and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think you're right. There's a reset button to be set somewhere.
yeah. I think the reset button needs to be hit. I think it probably will be. I'll say what they're going to do is they're going to finish up this whatever this fucking phase is. Who cares?
They have to finish up.
You
cannot just let it go like this. That's not just what should do.
Yeah, I think let's just finish up this phase and then let's just hit the fucking reset button.
But more respect should be given to the audience, I think.
Well, I think what Marvel, would be. I think they'll never do it, but I reckon what Marvel might need to do is actually not just hit the reset button, but fuck off for a while.
Stop it.
Let it alone. Basically, like fucking let this current series run its course, then fucking go quiet for 2 to 3 years.
For 3 years, yeah.
No releases, no nothing. Nothing on Disney Plus. There's enough content out there now, lads. You've got it. You've got enough content on your platforms.
Give the nostalgia a time to
fly. Yeah.
Because nostalgia is like a flower. If you just keep water it down. Okay, it's good for the flower, but at some point you're gonna kill it.
Yeah. Also, like things with nostalgia. If you allow that nostalgia to grow, like you want people, then don't just like they're not rolling their eyes when they see you next. They're actually happy to see you because you've had the fucking balls to piss off for a bit. It's like, do you know what? That's what kind of added to the mystique with the Star Wars films. It's like when the prequels came out. You got to bear in mind, like when the first prequel came out, I was 18 years old. That was 1999. All right, The Phantom Menace. Thing is, before that. Last previous film was, there was a gap of about what about 16 years, I think it was.
16.
Yeah, 16 years.
A gap of 16 years.
1983 to 1999.
And they have the ball to make us talk.
So basically, when the prequels came out, when people heard that they were making a prequel,
the nostalgia came back. Like,
of course it did, and everyone was ravenous for it.
Yeah.
Like there was queues going around the block. It's the same thing happened with The Force Awakens, because the prequels, when the last of the prequels come out.
But the problem with Force Awakens, there was no respect to the audience.
No.
There's no respect.
It's just like, oh yeah, let's just retell the first. Let's retell A New Hope again. Why?
Because it's poetry. He repeats himself. It rhymes. It's poetry. It rhymes.
Oh, Jesus fucking wept. So, yeah, that's the thing. I think Marvel needs to do that. I think they need to fuck off. Maybe not 15, 16 years, but I think they need to fuck off for about 2 or 3 years.
Just like the character in the Guardians of the Galaxy. They should just fuck off for a bit. Just back to their parents' house and do recenter themselves.
Well, not even that. I think what they need to do is basically fucking have some world-ending event or whatever else, and then fuck off. Like I said, literally fuck off for 2 or 3 years. Right, let people start getting a bit nostalgic again, and say we're coming back with a new universe.
Let's save the world. The world is in peace for many years to come. Just give it just want that kind of ending.
Yeah, basically just fuck off for a while. Just go away.
That's what should have been Endgame.
Yeah,
fuck off. Everybody fuck off.
If they'd done that, if they'd basically, rather than rushing to keep going, if they'd have turned around and said, okay. This was our
for 2 years, and you know what they bring back? Loki as a TV series. I think it would be great.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I just think that if they just fuck off, they pissed off for a couple of years, then came back with a couple of movies and a couple of TV series, and slowly started building up.
We'd be so hyped to see Captain America
yes,
coming back.
Mate.
We'd be so hyped to see those characters coming back, Because oh damn, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
The joy of somebody and having not seen somebody in a while.
Yeah, it's just the whole franchise thing. I mean, they really fucking, I think they missed a trick. I do think that they should have fucked off for a little while and allow
greediness.
Well, yeah, that's the problem though. This is the issue. It's just they're printing so much fucking money, so every movie's making us $1 billion and $1 billion. I mean, if I look at the gross on Guardians of the Galaxy, it was 844.86 million worldwide according to Google Screen Rant. Now, it's not a flop. It made its money back. Do you know? Not only did it make its money back, it made its money back, and then it made another nearly $600 million on top of it. So I think it's done all right.
Yeah.
Okay, did it break the $1 billion club? No, it didn't. But who cares?
It doesn't need to.
No, but that's the thing. Not every movie needs to break $1 billion. Not every movie needs to be fucking cost $250.
Not every movie had to be please everybody.
No, and I don't know. I just think that if Marvel had any fucking cop on whatsoever, like I said, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Like if they'd fucked off after Endgame, came back after a couple of years, then yeah, I reckon all their movies would be making billions now.
Yeah. But that's what happened with, to be fair, that's what happened with the Batman series or the DC universe. So after the Batman of Nolan, how long was the gap between the Superman, Man of Steel? Was short? Was it a short gap or a long gap?
Oh, you talk about the Oh no, wait a minute. You had the 2006
Man of Steel.
No, not Man of Steel. That was 2013.
How long between Nolan and Zack Snyder?
On Batman.
Yeah, between the two, Zack Snyder Superman and Nolan
a year.
A year.
Yeah, the Batman The Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012, and Man of Steel came out 2013, I think.
Yeah.
So there's only a year in it.
And that was the end of the DC Batman, the Nolan Batman.
Yeah. Also, I mean, the thing is, like, they were trying. I think they wanted to fucking like with Man of Steel. They wanted to actually tie that in with
The Nolan
with
Batman?
the Nolan Christian Bale Batman, but
They didn't do
Christian Bale weren't interested, nor was Nolan. I think Nolan was actually like
it was fulfilled. It was the end of the story.
well, yeah. To be honest, Batman Rises. Actually, Batman Rises is another one of Christopher Nolan's not very good films.
I like it.
I don't.
It's the end of it. It was his final point. It was his final thing. It was a closure of a book.
Look, to be honest with you, look, of that trilogy, everyone knows Dark Knight
is better.
Is the bollocks. Heath Ledger, and I still remember, right, the fucking shit that was going on the internet and all the little film chat rooms back in the day when it was announced Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker.
Yeah.
And look at what he was able to pull off.
It's the best Joker. If we want to remember Joker, every Joker from now on are going to be a pale imitation of Joker.
No, I think what they've got to try and do is they've got to try and fucking do their own thing with it. If you're just going to keep trying doing the same thing but same but different, then yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be unfavourably compared to Heath Ledger. But I don't necessarily think, I don't think. There will be a new interpretation of the Joker that works, and someone will do a brilliant job with it at some point in the future.
There is great Jokers.
Yeah, there's going to be great Jokers, like there's great Batman, people who are ideal. It's like with Christian Bale. Christian Bale probably wasn't as good as Batman as he was at being fucking Bruce Wayne. He was perfect for Bruce Wayne.
He was perfect, but not perfect for Batman. Have you seen the test footage that was Cillian Murphy was supposed to be Batman? At the beginning.
Yeah, because he ended up being Sandman, didn't he, in the end?
Yeah, but at the first footage show him as the Batman.
Okay.
And Bruce Wayne. But it didn't quite work. It didn't quite work. It didn't have but it worked very well as I think it was as the Scarecrow. But anyway, I think do you have anything else to say?
To be honest with you, I think I've exhausted any kind of talking points I thought I had. I'm pretty sure we'll hit the stop button and all of a sudden start.
We're going to wrap this up shortly. Like basically, to round us up what we said, it's a great finale. I think it's the last. It's the finale of the Marvel that we used to love. Sadly, but sometimes it's good to be sad. Sometimes it's good to have a sad ending. Like yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a good and bad thing though. I think when it's like I said, I think right now the times are uncertain for Marvel. In a big fucking way.
And that's the movie that shows that.
Yeah, it's just like, this is what, like I said, this is the movie that shows Marvel when all pistons are firing, everything's going well.
Do you know what it reminded me? This movie reminded me a bit my end of my best basketball career.
You had a basketball career?
No, I didn't have. But I was in this basketball team in my hometown.
Right.
And before I left, I went there and I just do a back to the basket.
You actually scored one?
I scored and then I left, and it felt a bit like that, And my boss, no, is my
coach.
My coach, like, why did you do that before? I was like, it just left. just like, there you go. That's for you. Just like, destroying the place, like not looking back to the explosion. I think that's the best kind of ending that could have happened.
But yeah, okay then. So we'll round this out.
Sorry, I was like sideways, side talking.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Again, it's the nature of conversation, mate. You stop apologising for it.
But yeah.
But in terms of the movie, I think I've exhausted my talking points. I do think Marvel are in real trouble.
Leave on the high instead of leaving on the low.
Yeah. Well, leave on a high. I'm just going to turn around and say, look, I think this movie's fucking fantastic. Mm-hmm. Then I'm just going to say that Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was not saying that to you. I was saying to
the fair enough. But anyway, as soon as I'm kind of coming around to it anyway, we're just going to do it. But I think, I think Marvel 3 is well worth. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is well worth a watch. If you've got a Disney Plus account, definitely check it out. It's fucking brilliant. And yeah, I think we'll leave it there then.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah, just like said, an explosion in the background.
That's your job. You're editing this, mate. Yeah, there we go. All right, then. So, everybody, thank you very much for taking part. We do appreciate you allowing us to be part of your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to us. If you're listening, doing something or stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, yeah.
Thank you very much. We genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, my name's John Clare.
I've been Roman Push.
This has been Post-Watch Post-Mortem, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.